Hey, so we're just going to check out compressing a drum break. And you can really sort of transform the sound and the character into something that's kind of old school sounding to something that sounds really smashing and heavy. Just with some simple compression and EQ and maybe a few other things too if you want to get fancy. But yeah, we're just going to check that out. So here's our loop on this channel. Let's check that out. Okay, and before I actually throw compressors on there, I'm just going to throw a quick EQ and just to sort of clean out some of the frequencies. All this stuff you can do in your DAW with whatever you got. It's all going to work basically the same. Okay, so here's an EQ. Just going to clean up the mids a bit. Okay, and that just sort of cleans it up just a touch. You can, do more if you want. It's more advanced EQing and stuff, but that's just sort of simple, quick and dirty. And now we're going to use a compressor. And now I'm going to use this compressor, which is really awesome, but pretty much every compressor is going to do basically the same thing. If you can hear the difference in these subtle aspects, then you probably shouldn't be watching this. So any compressor from any DAW is going to do what you need to do. Okay, so barely compressing a little bit. Let's bring down the threshold. Let's turn off the auto makeup. Okay, slow that down. Let's push it a little bit harder. And let's just compare that. So when you compress a drum break, basically what's going to happen is all that room noise and atmosphere that's in the break is going to be brought out, which is really cool. And that's kind of what you want. That gives it that aggressive, roomy kind of boom rockin' sound. So that's what you hear when the compressor kicks on is the actual hits kind of, they aren't as prominent, and the rest of it really pushes out, is more apparent. Okay, and then what you can do is you can add another, doing the same thing. You might want to change the settings a bit. Let's reset all that. Default. Okay, so now it's doing nothing. Let's bring it in. And there you have it. Simple drum compression on a loop to make it rockin'. And let's just bypass all that. Check it out. As you can hear, that does kind of mess with the transients. That's a topic for a later date. You can deal with that in various ways. This doesn't have to be the sole source of your percussion, so you can add another loop or single drum hits like kicks and snares, and even duck the kicks and snares on this one, so that way you still got a nice, strong, punchy backbeat, and then you still got all the air and presence of the loop. All right.